Good morning, my friends. Temperature are dropping in London, and are not much different than the past month in Edinburgh, where I had a wonderful 7 degrees average in the morning and 16, 17 degrees average during the day. So I just passed from one weather to the same weather. The difference is that was pretty hot apparently in London in August, and I would just like start this topic quickly and close it quickly, and then go to the main topic of this video. Climate is changing. I'm not denying this, but the extreme weather conditions we've been having most of the countries in this world, it's man-made with the sole purpose to destroy you economically, psychologically, get to the point that you will have no choice and rely to them. You know where I'm standing when I'm talking about this. Look at the sky, look at the sky and see all the trail left from planes that become clouds. And you should start to realize that it's true that climate is change, but they are changing as well, and actually are the main reason of this extreme weather conditions we had. They are screwing up the planet, and they have been doing that for years, for centuries, destroying forests, destroying forest after forest for profit, destroying the environment for profits, and they tax us for that. You recycle their waste, go in every supermarket, big chain supermarket, everything is wrapped in plastic and paper. We are blamed for that. We have to recycle. We pay taxes for their shit. Wake up, people. Wake up. Now, let's get to the main topic that is more spiritual, because at the end, love is on higher energy than hate. Kindness is to a higher polarity of greediness. So anything that it's toward love, it's more powerful than anything that is on lower vibrations. And that's what we have to remember. And you must understand that that's the reason why, and I will never be tired to say, all the system we live in, this mystery where we live in, it's all built to keep you in a constant state of worry and fear. Once you elevate your energy, you affect everybody else, and you cannot be touched. We cannot be touched, and we can make the change, but it has to start from within. You can't change the outside. So, the story, it actually happened in Edinburgh. It is based in Edinburgh, when I lived in Edinburgh years ago. And it's connected to a wonderful book called The Alchemist, and connected to the person I am with now, and all the signs and synchronicities and messages that we keep receiving from another plane of reality that exists and we are unable to see due to our fear and worries that keeps us in a lower state of energy. Once you elevate your own inner energy, it's when you start to see all the other plane that is surrounding us. Because when you elevate your energy, you match that natural energy that it's love. And that's the main and most important and most powerful. When you elevate your inner energies, you start to realize that there is a word that we've never been told for a reason, and that's an amazing word and probably more real than this. Now, I'm trying to keep this camera down because up there, you can see someone had fun drawing penis and other shit, so I don't want to get that while I'm talking. So the video, it's about, again, when I lived in Edinburgh, and there was actually the period close to when I left. So initially I was planning to go to Malta, and when I was heading to the day of departure, all things shift around. So let's start with the first thing. There was a book that I wanted to read for a while, and that in that period popped inside my mind and felt that at some point I had to read it. So I was started to get information. So obviously the need and the desire, the thought to want to read this book, obviously was coming from somewhere else that was guiding me to put my hands on this writer, and forgot about it as many other time. Oh yeah, I will read it. Then one day I was working, and across the road from my cafe there was a guy giving away stuff. He was moving out, and it was all things that he couldn't bring with him. So I wanted to take some paintings to bring in the shitty house I lived, just to make it a bit more pleasant. And while browsing for nice paintings, I came across The Alchemist of Paulo Coelho. I guess the pronunciation is not right, but you know which is the book. I took the book, I took some paintings, I started to read the book, and I couldn't stop because it was so powerful, and it was so related to the period of my life I was going through. So obviously the book was meant to be, and it was so related to many things that was happening, and connected to people I met, and so there was like so many signs in the book, and so many lessons that I was learning from reading the book. So I finished to read it. I love it. I feel so empowered, and I thought to send this book to a person down here in London that was so important for me, and that at the time actually I basically we broke up. We broke up before moving to Edinburgh, and we kind of like in and off, on and off, been in touch. But then it was a while I did not contact her, and she didn't contact me. So I just felt to give her this book. But then then the mind prevailed and said, no, just leave it. So I put it in a small library I set up in the cafe, and move on with my life. Then I received a message from her, like she felt I was thinking Um, it's like she felt I was thinking about her, and just she messaged me. Can't remember exactly what she said, but I guess it was something like, if I was well, and if things was going right and so on. So I told her about the book. I said, look, I just finished to read this book, and I I wanted to send it to you, but then I thought maybe it was a better idea not to. And guess what? So at the time she was joining a book club, and I don't remember if she told me the same time we were talking, or she messaged me a few days later to say it. But anyway, the book club she was joining as a new book for the month, to discuss the months after, which one it was. It was The Alchemist. Uh, Now, obviously, for who isn't aware of synchronicities, it's you know it's like, you call it coincidence, but obviously there isn't such a thing as a coincidence. Obviously, there were messages. It was signs to tell me that things was heading in the right direction, and that things was actually shifting in a way that at the time I wasn't aware yet. So I remember that at night I was strongly thinking about the meaning, the sign, or if the meaning of that book and then synchronicities was about, for me, to keep in touch with her. And I wake up in the morning, I open Facebook, and guess what was the first post? The first post was from a woman, was on Meadowshare. Meadowshare is a popular Facebook group based in Edinburgh, for people that wants to share free stuff. And the girl was like, hey, hello everyone, I'm looking for a book, and wondering if anyone has it. I wanted to lend it to me to read. And what was the book? The book was The Alchemist. Now, what is more interesting is that the girl, she was Muslim, from obviously wearing the hijab, and the main one of the main characters, like basically the woman that the main character fell in love, is a Muslim woman from the desert, and the person to ask about the book was a Muslim girl, asking if someone had The Alchemist. So I think I did message her, said that I had it. I don't remember. No, probably not, because obviously after I spoke to this person in London, I decided to send to send her the book, and so obviously that was for me a strong sign that things was heading in the right direction, but that the person I got back in touch was important. And when at the end of my stay in Edinburgh, where I was supposed to actually go to Malta, and then it didn't happen because my brother that did live in Malta, and I was going there for him, and because I wanted some new adventures, decided to move to London. And this woman again got in touch just when I was about to leave, I think a few weeks earlier, and telling her I was moving to London. She tells me, if I wanted to stay here in place, because he wanted to help me initially while I was finding a flat. And then, well, COVID happened, another bullshit COVID, man-made, same purpose, keep you in fear, enslave you. I'm not gonna keep going with that. But because of that, I stayed longer, and we ended up getting back together. Um, Now, the kind of life I living now, with a lot of traveling for work and pleasure, it makes me feel so much kind of like related, and even like the kind of like meaning I'm searching in this life is so much related and connected to that book, The Alchemist. And talking about this story with someone a few weeks ago, it's when I decided to just share a post I wrote at the time and make this video to tell the story that is going to add more information to whoever comes across, and hopefully, as always, giving to people a different idea about life and making people thinking and questioning the whole narrative that has been offered to us since we are kids, with no other options than what they told us to be the truth. And I don't know what is the real truth, but I strongly believe there are endless truth. But what is important that we have the choice to choose one, but we haven't been given. So wake up physically, mentally, spiritually, questioning, and realize that I strongly believe the best way to go through this mystery is with love and kindness, helping and uplifting each other. Namaste.